Okay, so what is that? Great interview with crisis comes expert Mally McPherson on why it's obvious KP is deflecting and hiding a bigger story. She says these are not conspiracy theories but legitimate questions on a story that clearly has holes. Okay, so let's listen. 1 minute and 30 seconds, and I'm sorry, there will be screenshots. Okay, pay attention to the sound instead.
What is your opinion on how all these crazy theories are eroding the public's trust?
As a crisis communication strategist, I do not look at any of these theories as conspiracy theories. When the public starts asking questions, it means there are holes in the story that need to be filled. That is what's happening here. This is not about the internet run wild. This is not about the internet taking the fault or the blame. The royal family is acting like the Wild West right now, and there isn't any type of planning or transparent communication that is coming out of the palace. The video of
Okay, so now listening to this, there's a video of a pastor, the Church of England. Oh my God. You know what? Let me just leave it the way it is. But keep this video in mind once I get to the video of the pastor. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tweets before I reached it. Okay, so let's finish listening to it.
of the stroll between Prince William and what appears to be Kate Middleton is taken with the same, I believe, grain of salt as the Mother's Day photo of Kate Middleton with her 3 children. As a crisis communication strategist, the question I'm asking is not, is that Kate Middleton or not? I want to know, why did they agree to drop this type of video out there? My feeling is they knew it would cause a lot of chatter. And again, it seems like a deflection maneuver as opposed to trying to show everyone that Kate is alive and well.
Yeah.
Whenever I see moves that don't quite make sense, they feel like red herrings. To me, this signals that there is some type of cover. They do not want particular news to come out of Buckingham Palace, perhaps Kensington Palace. It seems that with the influx of narratives and the daily influx of narratives and hearing from anonymous sources, there is so much information, we almost can't even keep track of it.
That's true. I agree with her. I watched full interview that you guys could go and check on YouTube. Okay, that's a great clip. Another aspect of this story is the inherent dishonesty of both William and Kate. How they move and operate is not befitting of their roles. They are bargain basement royals, zero integrity, zero code of conduct, and all chaos. They've been exposed in full global view and extremely well deserved. They asked it. They asked for the spotlight. There it is. Excellent interview. Thanks for sharing. There's that here. I can believe the Archbishop of Canterbury. This is what I was saying after listening to that lady. Maybe I should put that. Let me do it after I finish with some whatever's on the screen. It's worth sharing. Let me read bottom up. Such a great way to put it. The public is 100% entitled to ask questions about public servants. There's a difference between gossip and genuine concern during a crisis. The latter must be addressed. Exactly. Okay, I can believe the Archbishop of Canterbury thought it necessary to scold those who have questioned Kate's health. Oh wait, England doesn't believe in separation of church and state. Silly me. Okay, I'm not referring to anyone who illegally looked at her medical record. So let me look for that video. Okay, so I was looking at these comments. Okay, let me read bottom up. This is the last one that I read. Okay, nailed it, Mally. What is blowing my mind is KP is clearly taking the position that all the speculation currently being thrown around by the general public is somehow better than KP just coming out with the truth, good, bad, ugly, and that's wild. She makes good point. What are they covering up? And why do all these fake pics instead of just showing Kate alive and well? Okay, now that Archbishop has spoken, that's another red flag, probably the biggest one of all. I think at Mally McPherson needs to do another video. Okay, I agree. It is a deflection maneuver. They want to keep the chatter. They want to keep the chatter going, as do the BBC and Sky News. There is a huge story that they don't want coming out. All of this is a dead cat story. Possibly Murdoch is behind all of this. Could be. It could be. And this is what I'm saying. They're making them dance like a freaking clown. Such a great way to put it. The public is 100% entitled to ask questions about the public servants. Okay, I read this already. So let's go to the video of the priest. Canterbury. And he came out, he should be ashamed of himself. Let me pause it. He should be ashamed of himself. You know why? Because he did the same thing about Andrew. When they were trying to flunk Andrew into people's face when the Queen was alive, they sent him out to go and talk, spew some BS. And then meanwhile, I'm thinking, what about the children? Nobody's speaking on behalf of the children, what he did to the children. And now he's coming out to talk some BS. He has no credibility anymore. Okay, next tweet. He's like, 3 strike you out. For me, this is strike 2. Alright. They've pulled out the pastor now. So that's a retweet from Radio Times Radio. Alright, it's the web that has made these conspiracy theories for all kinds of people run riot, and it's extremely unhealthy. The Most Reverend Justin Welby, Archbishop of Canterbury, blasts conspiracy theories about the Princess of Wales. Did he ever come out to speak on behalf of Meghan when they were bullying her? Did he? Or I didn't come across anything of him speaking on behalf of Meghan when he officiated her wedding. Oh my God, these people are evil over there. Shit, it's like the masks are coming off. Everybody, all key players are proving themselves. This is someone, and then, this might be strike 3 because I remember there's something I was reading about him. He was not a priest for a very long time because he was doing business with some oil company in France or something. I think that's him. I shared that because I remember reading it. If I read it, I must have shared it in a recording. So he must have something to pay back. Some nonsense he probably did. And then cover himself, pretend he's a priest. I don't know. That's purely my opinion. Because this nonsense cannot come from a person who has compassion. Okay? Who seem to be, how will I say that? I guess representing the teaching of God or something like that. This is what I mean by these people. They cover all bases. They cover all bases so their body is cool. You know, when there's an issue, you know, one base is already covered. And this one who's pretending to be a priest, yeah, they could come after me because a priest should not have this kind of nonsense going on out of his mouth, you know, advocating for a pedophile. Okay, God is always, you know, treating and protecting children, talking on defense of a pedophile. And now the public is asking, where is Kate? Okay, let's assume she's alive. If she's alive, that's good. I'm only saying that because of the kids. Look what happened to Harry, who grew up without a mother. Okay, we will not want the same thing for the grandkids of Princess Diana. Okay, that's from my perspective here. Now, if she is alive, why all this nonsense? A simple picture, real picture with the metadata of the picture, just like Miss and Harriman, which I have, that will be on the other channel, have provided once they ask, start criticizing about his work. So why all this nonsense? Okay, you're not being credible if this is what you are defending. If they're telling these people to dance like a freaking clown and you trying to talk on behalf of them or excuse for them for us to accept the BS, my goodness, what does that say about you? This is the thing you need to think about. Sheesh, making all these people dance like a freaking clown for a freaking devil. These people are devil. All right, let's read this here. It's the web that has made these conspiracy theories for all kinds of people run riot and is extremely unhealthy. Okay, a simple true thing come out or have Kate talk and respond back and forth. Okay, not pre-recorded or whatever. You know, live, let people ask questions because this is what they told Meghan instead of doing all this BS. The Most Reverend, okay, I read all of this already, so let's listen to him. 2 minutes and 24 seconds.
People should be allowed to be ill, have an operation, whatever it is, and to live their lives in peace without everyone demanding that they prove something every other day.
Okay, I agree with you. That I have to give you credit for that. Yes. But where were you when they were saying all this about Meghan? Oh, it's our tax money. We need to see all of this. This other guy saying, oh, if you want privacy, go back to America. Where were you? All of this you're saying, I agree, which is only 16 seconds so far. I agree. But where were you saying that for Meghan Markle? Where were you? So if this is how it is in the UK, because taxpayers is paying for her well-being, for her surgery, for all of this, why is she not showing up? Because people are asking the same way they were asking for Meghan Markle. She no longer live over there. This is why one of many reasons they left. Where were you in Meghan's defense for the same exact thing? Let's continue.
It's the web that has made these conspiracy theories for all kinds of people run riot, and it's extremely unhealthy. It's just old-fashioned village gossip that can now go around the world in seconds.
Okay, if William stayed in his salty island and did not want to be globally statement, okay, come to the US, do this, and wants to be well known, and then flunk his business into our face, guess what? We will not care. He wanted us to know about him. Now we know about him. Now, what happened to his wife? I'm saying all of this, not that I care so much about Kate, because she's in the same category as you, but for the sake of those kids who has not shown their true personality yet. They are minors. What about, for the sake of them, who's speaking on behalf of those kids? The same thing with Prince Andrew. So people wants to know what happened to the kid's mother, because we already know what the institution have done to their grandmothers. Princess Diana.
Do you really believe that a campaign was being waged against you?
Yes, I did, absolutely. Yeah.
Why?
I was a separated wife to the Prince of Wales. I was a problem, full stop. Never happened before. What do we do with her?
Can't we pack her off to somewhere quietly rather than campaign against her?
She won't go quietly. That's the problem. I'll fight till the end.
Okay, so let's continue.
We have to turn away from that, and it is gossiping in that way is wrong.
Kate Middleton.
Okay, these things are wrong. And what are you doing on social media? What are you doing on social media to know all about this? Shouldn't you be helping the poor, feed the hungry, or read your Bibles? What are you doing on social media reading about this? Okay, the same thing with William. He's throwing BS and expect people to accept his BS. And we're saying, no, we have high quality values. Don't send us your nonsense and expect us to eat it up and without question.
Around her. I'm not going to ask you about her personally, because I know you won't answer that. I don't want to put you in that position. But I wonder if it points to a societal issue that we live in this world of frenzied conspiracy. I wonder if you're worried that compassion is being replaced by conspiracy. I wonder if a whole frenzy around Kate Middleton and her health and the validity of where she is and who she is and what she's doing, I wonder if that does point to a moral issue you might have a view on.
Well, that's a good question. The world, the little people, had Marvel. But the institution force feed us these nonsense. Look at the institution's history as they go around the world. Destruction after destruction after destruction. Now, people are saying, enough with that BS. And they still haven't learned from past experiences to at least try to change. But they want to feed us BS. They want to continue with their immoral behavior and expect us, including the person you're asking the question, because he had come out in public to speak on behalf of Prince Andrew, who have mistreated many young girls. They want to continue their immoral behavior.
As we're in this moment of transition, I think it's not unnatural that people are having conversations about the monarchy and the place of the monarchy in various countries, Canada included. And some of the recent polling is suggesting that there is a drop in the percentage of people who would like to see the monarchy continue. How do you deal with that as a family? And when we think about this duty, this role that the king has taken on, what kind of king do you think he'll be?
Well, you know what you're getting because he's been practicing for a bit. And I don't think he'll change. You know, he is committed of his own level of service. That will remain true.
They want to continue their immoral behavior.
The king has taken on. What kind of king do you think he'll be?
Well, you know what you're getting because he's been practicing for a bit. And I don't think he'll change. You know, he is committed of his own level of service. That will remain true.
And they want us to accept it. And we're saying, no, it's not good. So this guy better give up his robe as a priest, because this kind of thing, he should not be in the discussion of it. Unless if he wants to make sure, talk to the imposters, the immoral people, the institution, to change their ways. But he wants the rest of the world to accept the BS, change, to accept this stupidity. Are you freaking kidding me? This is the nonsense that they want us to accept. And mainstream media wants us to accept it. Every people of position of power, what was the term used in that article? What is it? Was it that? Position of responsibility. That's it. Okay, everyone in position of responsibility. That's the one. Everyone in position of responsibility. They want us to accept them, but people in position of responsibility are aligning with the immoral behavior. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Now you have a priest who's telling us to accept that and stop asking questions. What the F? Are you freaking kidding me? This is why my channel is not growing, because they want me to talk in the same line as their BS, for me to tell my viewers to accept this BS, and then that way I could make money off. Are you freaking kidding me? People are living in pain because of those behavior. It takes millions and millions of dollars for people to pay psychologists to help them change from those behaviors that these people are force-feeding the public to accept. Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay, let's listen. I went on.
Thanks, Dick. Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna move it back because let's put it about here, because he was asking him some questions.
I wonder if you're worried that compassion is being replaced by conspiracy. I wonder if a whole frenzy around Kate Middleton and her health and the validity of where she is and who she is and what she's doing, I wonder if that does point to a moral issue you might have a view on.
Thanks, Dick. Yes, it does. I think we are obsessed with conspiracy, and we have little sense of the humanity of those who are caught in the glare of the news. It doesn't matter who it is. People should be allowed to be ill, have an operation, whatever it is, and to live their lives in peace without everyone demanding that they prove something every other day.
You're public people, all of you. In that moment, you're public people. Stop your squealing about privacy.
It doesn't matter who it is. People should be allowed to be ill, have an operation, whatever it is.
We don't want to hear it.
And to live their lives in peace without everyone demanding that they prove something every other day.
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
And people are allowed to question the BS that is being flunked into their faces. Don't you think? Don't you think this goes both ways? Yes, they're allowed to live their private, but they're flunking nonsense after nonsense in front of us, and they expect us to take it, and we're questioning their nonsense.
It's the web that has made these conspiracy theories for all kinds of people run riot. And it's
like I was just saying, it's because they're flunking BS. They're telling us this is Kate, when you clearly have your eyes and your common sense to see this is not Kate, and they're telling us this is Kate. Are you freaking kidding me, please? Don't you have eyes for yourself? They're flunking videos and stupidity in front of us and say, here, take this. This is Kate. When you click, well, it might be Kate. It might be Kate, but it's not the version of Kate that he married. It might be a different Kate. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my God, please, Lord, don't let anybody lose their common sense, especially their 5 senses. Wow. Let's continue with your BS.
It's extremely unhealthy. It's just old-fashioned village gossip that can now go around the world in seconds. We have to turn away from that. And it is, gossiping in that way is wrong.
Nah, we're just questioning your BS. The BS that's coming out of that place. Okay, trying to find his interview about the treatment of Meghan. Thank you! And Harry over the past 8 years, doesn't seem to be one. Thank you! That's what I was saying. Where was he when they were mistreating Meghan? Where was he? Let me go into that. There's 9 coming. Okay, yes and yes, babe. Did he, beyond the statement about vows? That's what I was saying. Did he speak out about the abuse? I don't recall any, and I can't find any. That's why I ask. Okay? There's that. Wow. Okay, wow. I'd expect more from his position, but then Charles is head and Willie is behind him, or people that entrenched that they can stick up for anyone without fear. My God, I had liked him at Harry and Meghan wedding, but afterward he turned me off when he said they didn't say vows to each other before their wedding. They never said they got married before the actual day. I completely forgot about that too, where they pledged to love each other always. Then there was the Andrew statement. Thank you. Thank you. This guy needs to remove himself from that position. Okay? And this is why my mother's always forcing me. Oh, the kids needs to go to church and do this every Sunday. And I'm not forcing my kids to, to go to church every day, because you're going to listen to those people in front of you. Okay? And then when you look at their behavior, it's going to have some psychology on those kids. The only thing I want my kids to do is all of their sacrament. Okay, the same thing that I did. I didn't see anything wrong after I did them. So I'm gonna, while they're young and I still have control of them, okay, like my youngest supposed to do his first communion this year, because I've been putting it off since COVID. He was supposed to do it a long time ago. But I want them to have their sacrament. After that, they could do anything. Okay, they don't have to go to church if they don't want to afterward, whatever. But the sacrament, the most sacred part when it comes to Catholic, I want them to do it. That way, I could feel at peace because I did them. And except for the marriage part, because when I asked the church about to a small little prayer for me and my husband and stuff, and then because my husband is not Catholic, they didn't want to do it. So I said, fine, I'm not going to make my husband change religion, because these people are immoral. Okay, we know what we have, and we did what we need to do to stay together. Okay, but they want people to change, but they themselves are not changing. My goodness. Okay, so that's an ad, and that's it. Let's go to the next tweet.